Giants Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. A significant mid-season encounter today in the NFC East. A battle for first place between the surprising Giants and the equally surprising Philadelphia Eagles. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Vern Lundquist along with Dan Fouts. These two teams come in with identical 4-1 records, but they occupy different plateaus where their offenses are concerned. That's particularly true with the buoyancy that the Giants seem to feel under Dan Reeves and a rejuvenated Phil Simms.
And a very happy Phil Simms. I think the thing that impressed me most when I talked to Phil yesterday is here's a guy that's really enjoying himself playing quarterback, and I think that Dan Reeves' influence is huge. Of course, when you talk in Giant offense, you're talking about running the ball. Today, it'll be Lewis Tillman filling in for the injured Rodney Hampton. He'll carry it most of the time.
Giants do have Rodney Hampton injured, but they can't compare to what's happened to the Eagles. Decimated on offense, of course, with Randall Cunningham and Fred Barnett out. And Bubby Brister really struggled last week.
Well, in his own words, he played terrible. So today he'll have a much simpler game plan. And part of that game plan, and the big part of it, will be running the ball and running it with number 34, Herschel Walker. For the Eagles to win today, Walker must carry between 20 and 25 times.
Philadelphia called tails and won the toss. Seth Joyner said he was going to call tails and hope they lose, but they didn't. And so Daloiso kicks off and does what he does as well as anybody in the league, and that is make it non-returnable. By Sakahima is over and grabs it. And here comes Bubby Brister, who in this stadium 2 weeks ago wore a crown as a hero. He came on when Cunningham was injured, led the Giants, or rather the Eagles, to a come-from-behind victory over the Jets. But then last week had a horrible day with 4 turnovers. Thompson, Shad, Alexander, and the others, Antone Davis on the right side. Walker, Joseph, Bailey, Williams, and Mark Bavaro coming home. First time he's played here since he was a Giant. Here's Herschel Walker, and Walker runs into Michael Brooks and is dropped for no gain. Michael Brooks, who came here from the Denver Broncos with Dan Reeves. It's Fox and Dillard and Hamilton up front. The linebackers, Lawrence Taylor, Brooks, Carlton Bailey, and Corey Miller, who was one of the heroes of last week's big win over the Redskins. Williams, Guyton, Jackson, and Collins in the secondary. No gain on the last play, second down and 10. Joseph gets the handoff and a couple of yards. And it's Carlton Bailey and Hamilton leading the defensive charge.
Well, the big thing the Eagles wanted to do is run the ball. First 2 times, though, they've been stuffed for just about 3 yards. Brister said that they want to get something going early, to get confidence in his team and in his own performance, and also try to take some of this crowd out of the game. There's nothing quite like a Giant crowd when the Giants are in first place.
Defensively, New York at 29% on third down conversions. And it's 3rd and 8. 3 wide receivers. This is Williams in motion wide to the left. Brister back with time. Fires it out for Bavaro, first down at the 35-yard line. And a very special moment for one of the all-time great Giant tight ends. Now playing, of course, with the Philadelphia Eagles. 13 yards.
This is really what Brister needs to do, is to get the ball into Bavaro's hands, because the guy has got to be emotional, although he won't admit it or he won't talk to anybody about it. But this has got to be one of the biggest games of Mark Bavaro's career.
Phil Simms said yesterday, had he not had the bad knee, and it's horrible, he would have been one of the great tight ends ever. 1st and 10. Walker, right side. Greg Jackson flying up with the secondary hit after the initial contact was made by Michael Brooks.
Here's Bavaro blocking on Hamilton, number 75. Good double team there, and then Davis releases, but it's Michael Brooks that came in and made the tackle. That's the thing about this Giant defense under Coach Mike Nolan, defensive coordinator. They are much improved and much more aggressive than they were last year.
2nd down and 6. Let's see now if Philadelphia might not run on 2nd and 6. They will. And here's Walker, and he's got enough for the first down. The reason I say that is Brister said to us last night that they were so unsuccessful on second downs last week throwing the ball, they thought they'd rather take their chances running on second and long and coming up with third and short.
And what happened is on this play, they catch them in a stunt. Watch the interior lineman here, Dillard 71 and Fox 93. They just vacate the middle, and it's a good block by James Joseph on Bailey that sets up that first down run by Walker.
First down at the 48-yard line. First and 10, opening moments of the game. Walker again. Across the 50, forward progress just across the 50 for a gain of 2. Corey Miller makes the tackle.
This system of Mike Nolan's combines the 3-4 defense with the 4-3 defense. On one side of the ball, the techniques the linebackers and linemen will be playing will be the 4-3, but then if it's to the tight end side, perhaps they'll be in the 3-4. So it's very confusing for the blocking schemes of the offensive linemen, and what it does is forces an offense to cut down on the number of plays they'll run.
And again on second and long, they run the ball. And Walker does give them a third and short. This is what Brister said they would feel more comfortable with today. Dan, they really did, from my understanding, simplify the offense for Brister this week.
Yeah, and part of that is because of the style of defense the Giants play. But the big part is when you cut down on the number of plays for a quarterback, it gives him less things to think about, and he can just go out and react. When Brister replaced Cunningham against the Jets, he wasn't thinking at all during that game. He was just reacting, and when he did that, he played very well.
3rd and 3. Galvin Williams followed by Mark Collins. Herschel Walker on the sweep. Shad leads the way, and Walker gets around the corner for a first down at the 39.
Confidence is such a big part of a quarterback, and Brister's was very low last week, and this is why. He just was under tremendous amount of pressure. You see the 7 sacks. When you add those 7 sacks to these 33 pass attempts, that means he went back to pass 40 times, and this was the result. You see the 2 fumbles and the 2 interceptions. He had a very, very long day.
Thus far, 7 runs and 1 pass. The 1 pass, a big one to Bavaro. It's 1st and 10, no score. Joseph. Brister comes, left side, drills it for Bavaro. It's incomplete. Bailey was covering.
And Bavaro's complaining that Bailey was covering him too closely. Let's take a look at it. 54 is Bailey. First, it's Miller that releases him to the inside, and there's the hands. You know, the one thing that the referees are not calling very much this year, or not calling at all, is illegal contact by the defender. That time it appeared that Bailey hit Bavaro beyond that 5-yard area where you're not allowed to, where you can no longer hit the receiver.
I'd say it appeared he hit him.
Yeah.
Appearances apparently are deceiving. Here's 2nd and 10, and again, the Eagles do run it on 2nd down.
Well, what they're trying to do, Vern, is break tendencies. The one thing that both Kotite and Brister told us yesterday is that when they played the Bears, they felt that the Bears really were in their game plan, that they were almost in the huddle. They could predict what plays the Eagles were going to run by which formations. Wanstead has a lot of experience against the Eagles, and they're trying to break those tendencies today. So far, they've run the ball 3 times on 2nd down.
3rd and 9, no score, ball at the 39. No blitz, 4-man rush. The pass is short of the first down at the 36-yard line. Now, this would set up a 53 or 4-yard field goal for the former Giant Matt Barr, and Richie Kotite's not going to try that. That's beyond Barr's range. And Jeff Fiegels, who is the league leader a year ago in punts down inside the 20, and is up among the leaders this year, he comes on to punt.
Yeah, with this early in the ball game, Kotite wants to pin the Giants deep in their own end.
Eagles 26 times inside the 20 a year ago, nice and high this time. Ben Smith is down there, and it stops at the 1-yard line. Derek Oden downed it inside the 1. That's the 9th time in '93. Fiegels has put it down inside the 20, and he really did this time.